Hello, my beautiful people. How you doing? Welcome to Dose of Diana. Oh my God, these weeks are flying by. We are in 2019 and it is January. I cannot believe that we already have Valentine's shit out on the freaking aisles at all these different stores. I even saw some Easter candy and baskets and stuff. And then when I turned the corner, there was Happy Father's Day greeting cards. I'm like, damn, these people know they like to shove holidays in our face. Damn, give us a minute. We are just recovering from Christmas. We are just recovering from Christmas. And let me tell you, like I've been telling y'all, I was supposed to close on my house on the 15th. Something happened, government shutdown, blim blow. Now I have another date, but this one's looking a little bit better. But this is crazy. This whole house buying situation, it's crazy, stressful, and I just want to move. I just want to move, have my own space, paint my walls, get the decorating, put my sign up that I made with Lisi and Miriam, and that was a great night. But anyways, today I'm going to be talking about self-love, and then I'm going to give you some of my tips that I used to use when I used to date. See, now I date, but since I'm in a relationship with Carlos, very committed relationship with him, and we date in our relationship because you gotta keep things spicy, interesting. Sometimes, we get into our little squabbles because we're human, but you have to continue to date your mate even after you got them. Like, don't let it get boring and stale. Because I see y'all out there, some stale ass couples. Like, what are you guys doing? Y'all need to spice it up. Get some adobo, or if y'all don't do adobo, get some garlic powder, something. Y'all got the spice. As a matter of fact, go get some sriracha or some motherfucking hot sauce. Spice that shit up. I mean, don't put hot sauce on your partner. Like, that shit ain't gonna work. Maybe some whipped cream or something like that. But anyway, we'll get to those dating tips later. I ain't going off my topic. But anyway, I wanted to talk about self-love because I see young ladies my age, which you guys already know I'm in my 40s. So people in my age group should not be settling. Y'all should already know what the fuck y'all want. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen a lot of people that lack self-love. And if you don't have self-love, how can you allow to let someone into your life? If you don't love yourself first, how can you give love to somebody if you don't love yourself? You yourself, as much as anybody else in the universe, deserve your own love and your own affection. You know what I'm saying? You deserve your own attention. Self-love. And some of y'all may hear me say self-love and automatically, if you got a dirty mind like I tend to have at times, you may say that I'm talking about self-love with masturbation. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Do your thing. But I'm talking about self-love, right? Like I said, you cannot allow anyone in your space, in your life, until you love yourself, right? So I was looking at Harper's Bazaar magazine, and I really don't be looking at that magazine like that, but J-Lo was on it. She's on the cover, and she was their main interview for the month of January. And she says that in her relationship journey, it has been up and down, but it didn't have to do with anybody else but her. It was her figuring out herself until love, and until you love yourself, you can't completely love someone else in a way that is pure and true. That is For real, that's real. Then she goes on to say that once you do that, you can have relationships that are based on love and respect, that are supportive and nurturing. Now, she gets a lot of hate. You know, she's beautiful. She got a nice body. Yeah, I can't hate. Like, she's intelligent. Now, you know, she is in the spotlight, so therefore you see all of her mistakes, or all of her past relationships, which, people can say mistakes, but my girlfriend Melanie, sent me a quote that really triggered this for me. Experience is simply the name we give to our mistakes. You can't change your past, but you can learn from it. So, yeah, she was in a whole bunch of relationships, just like a whole bunch of us. I mean, maybe 2 out of 10 were virgins, and they went on and married their high school sweethearts, and they've only been with one man, and do your thing. If you like it, I love it. But a lot of us have been in a lot of relationships. So we're not in those relationships anymore. Something happened, whether it was extramarital affair and whatever it was. Mistakes happen, right? So let's go back to practicing self-love. How do you practice self-love? You take care of your body. You exercise. I'm always preaching about exercising because it's done so much for me that I always tell people, if they start off by saying anything about their anxiety or their body hurting, or, oh my God, their high blood pressure or diabetes, I'm like, yo, start walking, start exercising. Another way you can do it is by changing up your space. You can paint, get some curtains, get new comforters for your room, change up the furniture. Create a brand new space where you could be calm, where you could get your freak on, whatever, where you could rest and relax, which is another part of self-love. Buy yourself something. Get massages, do manicures and pedicures when you could afford them. Because let me tell you, I can't afford manicures and pedicures all the time. I got 4 kids with 4 different activities so even though one of them is an adult, he's still my child. If he needs my help, he's going to get it. But in order for you to get into a love or a relationship or whatever, you need to make sure, and I'm going to keep harping on this, that you love you. Because the person that you're pouring love into, if they know that they can continue to suck, take, you're going to get lost in that. If you're secure and the foundation is good about love in your life and in your heart, it don't matter who's in it or who's out of it. It doesn't matter. You're going to be good. If you get lost, now, this is me speaking from experience. I've been in a relationship where I lost myself completely because I put myself 175% into that person. So then when they were gone, it was like, oh my God, I can't breathe. That's bullshit. You grow up and you learn from that shit. For real. A love relationship is composed of friendship, sexual attraction, intellectual compatibility, and love, of course. Because I don't want no dumbass motherfucker. I'm going to tell you right now. Okay, back in the day, I went on a date and we went to go see Dogma. I don't know if you guys remember that movie. It's a long time ago where Alanis Morissette ended up being a god. She was God. The whole time I was sitting there explaining the movie to my date, I knew, no, we weren't compatible. Love is work. So whether it's the love for yourself or the love that you're giving to somebody else, it's work. It's work. But I think you're worth it, right? You're worth it. Because I just get frustrated because I know people that are single and they're worth it. And they know they're worth it. And they do self-love. But there's really nothing out there for these people. There's nothing out here. There's a lot of men and women that are in open relationships. Whether or not their partners know that they're in an open relationship, that's what's going on. And if you come across that person and you know from the well, that's wrong anyway. But Something is obviously missing from that person's life if they have somebody that they say they love, but they're having sex or whatever on the side. That's not right. Is it fair? At the end of the day, is it fair? So, some of y'all like, damn. And because you can do it, should you? Should you do it? Yeah, you look good. You got things going for you. You got a loving relationship and you see something else that's intriguing. Should you do it? Is it fair to the person you with? People always speak of like no strings. I want to be in something with no strings attached. You are sharing yourself intimately with somebody. A string is going to happen at the end of the day. You continue to share yourself, there's going to be strings. Trust me. Strings that develop feelings. You're sharing your space. You're sharing your body. Those are strings at the end of the day. Feelings form. You have to be stone cold. Feelings, they will form. At our age, like, I want to say 35 and over, like, you should know. Like, and I know that there's not much, all right? Because this is just from the women that I hang out with. And, there are some single attractive guys, but they know that they're attractive and they know that they look good. So therefore, they have the run of, they can do whatever. It is up to these ladies to be like, no. Or it is up to these men to tell the ladies, no, just because you look good, you ain't gonna play with me. Now, if you want to be in a relationship while you're doing your thing and, well, rock it on. Do your thing if that's what you want. But if you're truly wanting to date somebody, these are some of the tips. These are just my tips. You don't gotta follow my tips. You don't have to follow my tips, but these are my tips. When I used to date, these were my tips. You have to make sure that you are you. You have to be yourself. I know that at the beginning of every relationship, people are always putting that mask and trying to sell themselves like, ooh, this is me. Oh my God. Like trying to advertise yourself to be better than what you really are. You're great the way that you are. So just be you. If they don't like you, then fuck them. They don't need you. If they don't like you, you like yourself. So that goes back to self-love. If you love yourself and they don't like you, you good. Because you're like, well, fuck you. If you don't like me, oh well. Next, go fishing. For real. Make sure that you are truly ready to jump in. Make sure that you are truly ready. Make sure that the person that you're dealing with knows your deal breakers and stick to them. Stick to your deal breakers. There's some compromising. Once you start dating somebody, more frequently and feelings start forming, you can start compromising, but don't compromise off the rip. You just met the person. Why are you compromising? This one's more for women. Do not be afraid to make the first move. I made the first move with Carlos. I say that all the time. Because he wasn't even paying attention to me. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on around him and stuff. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I was trying to get him to do something that I wanted him to do, and he wouldn't do it. And I was like, oh, okay, challenge. But I got him. Not every date will work. There will be some throwaways. There will be some throwaway dates. Just think of them as practice dates. Because then you'll see what you could put up with and what you will not put up with. So unless, this is another tip. Unless this is what you're doing and this is how you're moving, try to avoid one-night stands that become long-term booty calls, right? Because at the end of the day, 2:00 in the morning, you get in a car, you go downstairs to open the door, bang, bang, bing, see you. Then the next weekend, the same thing. So they're not really doing anything to get what put it together yourself. Create positive vibes all the time. Like, you just have to be positive and positive vibes will flow to you. If you're always positive, especially when you're going into this dating pool, you have to be positive. And I know it's hard because sometimes, a guy or a woman will show you that mask that we were talking about, right? So you're getting all like, you're getting into it. And he's sort of or she's sort of like fooling you in a way because for a couple months, y'all been doing your thing. But then now they're taking a step back. making you feel like you crazy. But if you know what you want, going back, if you know what you want and you've made that clear and you got self-love, then guess what? Deuces. Because ain't nobody unique out here. There is a lot of the same going on, especially in Connecticut. You just got to weed through. You know when you go like to Marshalls and TJ Maxx and you always got to like just... Sometimes there are those beautiful shirts and jackets that are on those racks on the outer parts, right? So then you just walk out and they're right there, right? Those are the shiny, beautiful ones. But keep it real, when you go to Marshalls and TJ Maxx, you got to go in the racks. You got to go shirt by shirt. You got to look and make sure you want it. You take it out and you try it on. And I'm not telling you to go out there and try a whole bunch of men. No. Or women. I'm not telling you to do that. But I'm just telling you, don't be too quick to look and grab the shiny one that's on the outside. You know, make sure that you dig deep and look in there. Because at the end of the day, actions speak louder than words. And a person that is shallow and nasty, it'll come out. Because those things shine through too. That ugly comes out. So when actions are shown, this is a tip, believe them. Don't make excuses for people. Some people will make excuses. Listen, when I was growing up, there was a couple people that I knew, no names, but they were getting beat, like domestic violence beat. Oh, but he loves me. Oh, she loves me, because I knew a guy that was going through the same thing. Oh, she loves me. I would never hit a woman. No, because if they did, they wouldn't hurt you. But making excuses for that person. Be clear. Be clear with what you want. Don't expect someone else to fill you. A person should compliment you. You guys should shine together. It shouldn't be like, oh, woe is me, I'm gonna pass away if this person leaves me. Woe is me, you're over 40, cut the shit. Woe is me, you're over 35, cut the shit. And men, this is just a sidebar. If you're over 35, cut the braids off your fucking head. Really. Cut the braids off. It is out of control. I've seen men... I'm being an asshole. I've seen men that I went to high school with, and they have braids still on their head. Cut them off. You look crazy as hell. You got to be accountable. Be accountable for your actions. If you treat people like shit and shit come your way, karma. That's what I was talking about, the positive vibes. Whatever you put out is going to come back. So if you want to go deal with somebody that's already in a relationship, whether they're in a complicated relationship, whether they're in a marriage, whether they're separated, whatever it is, if you're placing yourself in that situation, you're going to get crap back. They're going to be able to eat the cake without having to put any ingredients in it, without nurturing. This is a better metaphor. When you plant something, you plant a flower seed and you water it and you make sure it has sunlight and you talk to it like I talk to my plants and you're nurturing it. So then this plant, this flower grows into this beautiful, that's the same shit. So if the flower's already out, you ain't getting watered or none. They're just coming over, doing their thing, and they out. See, now their relationship is getting everything. They're getting the holidays. They're getting the love. They're getting the money. All of that. You just getting a little bit of booty every once in a while. Looking across the event or the party or just looking across like, damn, I wish that person was mine. But you're theirs when they want you. You're theirs. So self-love. Love yourself. Want more for yourself, man or woman. And like I said before, if you do, there is those times when all you want to do is have a sexual relationship with somebody. Everybody's done that. You know, like I said, there's a small percentage of people that haven't, but be ready for those feelings to start. So if you know that the person you are dealing with is a dog, they're going to be a dog. Your vagina and your penis, they're not special. That can be your weapon. You have to make sure that there's more in the package. And if you give that first, then you already know. I mean, When you go get a job, you gotta wait like 3 months. They gotta vet you. When you go to the Supreme Court, they gotta vet you. When you're running for president, vice president, a congresswoman, a congressman, mayor, whatever, you get vetted. You should do the same thing. Ask around. What's up with this person? What's up with this person? Because actions, let me tell you, those speak louder than words. So you got to be out here and just be careful, but at the same time, make sure you know what you want. Put it out there. Good vibes, self-love, and all that. And don't wait for that shit. For real. Don't wait for it. Stop looking, There's people out here, like Martin Lawrence said, they out here in the daylight with a flashlight looking for somebody. Stop looking. Self-love. And also, think outside of the box, If you've only dated Spanish people, Puerto Rican people, if you've only dated black guys or black women, if you've only dated Caucasian men think outside of the box. You can be attracted to somebody else. It's okay. Because when you're showing yourself, it don't matter what people say, who you with. The person that makes you happy, that should matter. That's it. The person that makes you happy, if you got kids, the person that, gets along with your kids, that's what should matter. I'm going to stop preaching to y'all. I just wanted to say that about self-love and some dating tips and stuff like that, because I just been noticing some stuff and I just wanted to share that. I'm not preaching about it. At no point have I ever said that my life is perfect. I'm human. And like I said at the top of this, Carlos and I have our squabbles and have had some shit happen to us. But you know what? We work through it. We love each other. And we look at each other and we're like, you know what? I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere either. Let's make the best of it. Let's have these kids graduate from school and then us do our thing. We are planning. Because we ain't trying to why be in a relationship and be miserable? He loves me. I love him. That's it. You got to find that person and rock with them. So thank you for listening. Don't sell yourself short. Do your thing. Let them know what the fuck you want. Let them know what you want. I want this. These are my deal breakers. And if you see somebody that's across the way and they single and they cute, they sparkle a little something in your chest, in your pants, whatever, send over a drink. Tell the bartender, what are they drinking? Send over a drink. Listen, women, that shit work. That shit work. Send over a drink to a man, he'll be like, oh, okay. But then ignore the shit out of him. No, I'm just joking. So thank you so very much for listening. Do not let anybody steal your joy. Until next week, see ya. Bye.